Hi Year 6, there's two parts to this message. The first part is the most important part, and that's we hope that you are doing well and that we miss you lots, and we are looking forward to using this as an opportunity to stay in touch even better over the next few weeks. Okay. So hopefully you found your way here via the parent mail that was sent home today. This is a little tutorial to let you know how to use the basic functions of MS Teams, okay, Microsoft Teams. So let me just share my screen with you guys. Right, okay. Right, when you log into Office 365 via office.com, you can see the little URL there with your details that you'll find in the parent mail. You are faced with probably some quite familiar looking software, okay? One of them being Teams, Microsoft Teams, okay? So you click Microsoft Teams and it takes you to the browser version of MS Teams. Now this can be an app downloaded as an app through Play Store or Apple Store, iStore, but it works perfectly well on a web browser. Okay. When you log in for the first time, you'll probably be greeted with a welcome message, but this is Georgia's account. Okay, so Georgia, as you noticed when I was on the screen here, I'm using you as like a run through so that you can see what it's like from a child's perspective, a pupil at Medicide, because the staff account is a little bit different to the pupil account. All right, so I'll obviously log out Georgia when I've finished and let you discover it in a bit more detail. Okay, so the first thing you'll probably see is the Year 6 Willow class team here. Okay, if you belong to more than one team, there'll be lots of other teams up there, but we don't need that at this stage. We've just got our Year 6 Willow class. Down the side here, you see some little buttons you can click. Activity here is just things that have been happening in your team's account. Calendar, the events that are upcoming, and you'll be able to see there's one there on Friday the 8th of May, which is our maths meetup. More in the parent mail about that. The Teams bit will bring you back to this area here or this tile. You don't need to worry about the rest of it at this stage. Any of those, don't worry. Okay, so when you click on this tile here, it brings you into Microsoft Teams. Take a little bit of time to look at the information on the page. You'll be able to see up here Georgia's initials, and I can sign out by just clicking that button there. Okay, it's all private, it's all secure. Nobody else can access this apart from you. The only people that will be able to see the things that you do on there will be the staff in Year 6 and the other children in Year 6. It's a really safe and secure way of sharing our work. Within a team are different channels. Okay, so if you have just a team for everything, it would get really difficult to differentiate between maths and English and find all that information. So I've made some channels that I think will help us a little bit. And the general channel is there just for general bits and pieces. That's on all Microsoft Teams. You can't delete that. There has to be one channel. And I've created English channel, nothing on there yet. Maths channel, which you'll see the schedule is set within the maths channel, and topic. Just as a way of us being more specific about the work that we're sharing. All right, so I hope that makes sense so far. If I was to click on the general channel here, there's some different functions that you can do in terms of chatting in Microsoft Teams. Okay, so obviously I'm writing as Georgia. All right, I will delete this Georgia in a minute, but if I just wrote, hi, it's Georgia. This is a test. Okay, if I then hit enter, okay, it comes up like that. Now people are able to reply to me directly, a little bit like if you were to hold a message down in WhatsApp, it will reply to that directly. You can start a new conversation, which you can see down here by saying, how did everyone get on with their maths work? And this is in the general channel. I probably want to put that in the maths channel, but you get the idea. Okay, and I can start a new conversation, someone might be able to reply to that. Okay, if I wanted to tag somebody in it, okay, then I can just do the @ symbol, and all the people in the class will come up. So if I wanted to specifically mention Aidan, Okay, Aidan, so Aidan, you're awesome. Okay, you can see it's gone purple, so that means up here, when Aidan logs in, he'd have an activity that would, a little notification that would say someone has mentioned you, or Georgia has mentioned you in MS Teams. Okay, you can go directly to that. Okay, when we're sharing stuff as a staff, quite often we'll mention individual staff members so that it draws their attention to it. So it's a really good way of communicating. Okay, so I can click that, and you can see there that comes up. You've got your emojis here, okay, that you can use. Always use the positive ones, guys. You know, keep it polite, and keep it positive. And obviously that's something that when we're using this, we've got to be really considerate of, that we are communicating as if we were in the classroom. Okay, so treat this as your classroom. All right, so think about the way you're interacting with others and the language that you're using, and just use it as positively as possible. Okay, that is the best thing that we can do. Okay, there's lots of other things down here that you can explore. I'm happy for you to do that. You can give little praise stickers to people as well, which are nice. Now, in terms, I'm just going to delete those at the end of this. I'll have to go and do that separately, but that's not a problem. If I go into maths, okay, say you had a document that you've been doing some work on, maybe not for maths, but it might be a photograph. You might have taken a photograph of some maths that you've done that week and you wanted to share it with everybody. Then you can do that easily as a document. Okay, so I'll show you how to upload a file, whether that's a photograph or a document itself, into this bit here. So if I was in maths and it's something to do with maths, and I wanted to say on tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, you wanted to upload some stuff ready for Friday, that's absolutely fine. If you click upload, okay, and click files, okay, I'll just you won't be able to see what I'm doing, but I'm basically navigating my hard drive, okay, or my SharePoint. It will take you to wherever that is in your phone, so you click upload and you'll be able to find the picture of your work or be able to find the document itself. Okay, now when you've double clicked on it, which I've just done, okay, it goes straight into that bit there. You might want to think about naming it carefully, okay, so that we can find it. If this is Georgia's work, you might write Georgia's Maths or GB Maths. Cool initials, by the way, Georgia. Okay, and I'd be able to click on that, and other people be able to click on that and have a little look at your work, which is a really lovely thing to be able to do. Okay, so that is like a shared place for everybody's work. All right, you can drop any in there anytime you like. It doesn't have to be during this meeting on Friday. We'd really encourage you to be using this facility throughout this week. Get used to it, test it out. I'll drop in now and again, so will the other members of the Year 6 team, just to have a little look and have a little monitor of how things are going as well. Okay, so you can do it like that. Okay, you can also attach it here. Okay, so you can, if you click on the paperclip, okay, you can do it so it appears there. Either way is fine. This is a slightly more organized way, and people might be able to find it a little bit easier than lots of things appearing on this section amidst conversation. But if you have a photograph that you want to do, that's a really good way to share your work, because other people can like it and see it. So photos are probably better here than in the files channel, but we'll leave it up to you to explore. It might be that by Friday we say, well, we want these things here and these things here, but at the moment I think we just need to test it and explore it. You are the guinea pigs after all. Okay, I think that's it in terms of how that works and the basic functions of that. I hope that's clear for you guys. Any questions you've got, you should be able to get this to this stage in here, and you can always ask me. Okay, you can always tag me and ask, oh, how do I do this again? Can you remind me? This is going to be on YouTube, so you can just rewatch this. That's not a problem. Again, to log out, and I'll make sure I delete those messages, Georgia, no problem. You can click sign out here. Okay, and it signs you out there. 1 second. It should take you back to the 365 sign into your account. What I'm going to also do is just forget you, Georgia, not in a horrible way, just so that you're sure that I'm not going to log in as you, okay? And I've got my email up there, so when I log in, I'll get onto Teams that way. Use it safely, use it carefully, enjoy it, share the work that you've done. If you've got work from the beginning of this and you wanted to share something you're really proud of, then just pick the channel, whether that's English, and I'll stop sharing my screen a second. Whether that's English or maths or topic, and just, you know what, this really cool thing. I've got this little video clip, or I've got this little photograph, or I've got this little this document that I've written, this story that I've written. I really want to put it in there. Just put it in the right channel, and we'll find it. Okay, so it's important that we celebrate all the amazing things that you've been up to whilst we've been off school for the last few weeks. But like I said earlier, we miss you a lot, and we hope that we can get back to normal soon. But in the meantime, this is the best way for us to create a Meadowside classroom online. Okay, so take care, and I hope to see you soon, and looking forward to hearing and seeing your work on Friday. Bye bye.